It was this single image which completely made me understand why rocks or objectives and key results are so important. In these jars, you have rocks, you have pebbles, and you have sand. Rocks are the biggest things, pebbles are smaller, sand is dust. Now in these two jars, you can actually see that in this first jar, the rocks overflow out the top. And the reason this happened is because if you start by putting in the sand first, then the pebbles, there's no space for the rocks. But in that same jar, which is the second jar, if you flip the order and put the rocks in first, you'll find the pebbles and sand actually filter in beautifully between the rocks. And in that same jar, all the same objects fit. That is an analogy for you, time, and the things you're working on in your company. That's the amount of time and the resources you have to execute on something in a given quarter. Rocks are the biggest, most meaty initiatives. That could be, we need to build this new product. We need to close this new partnership. We need to make this new hire. Those are the top priorities that actually have the biggest impact on the business. Pebbles are your day-to-day obligations or responsibilities. That could be a weekly one-on-one. It could be an investor update. It could be paying invoices. Those things have to happen. And then sand, these are all the interruptions. The water, the sand that gets sprayed in your face when you're walking through the beach. Those things might be emails that come in, or a lawsuit that comes in, or an angry customer that comes up out of nowhere. Those also happen too, but they're unpredictable. So if you start your day or focus your days just on reacting to everything interrupting, and then after that you're like, oh, wait a second, I have these day-to-day responsibilities, not only will the end of the day come and you'll be mentally tired, but you'll realize there's not time left for the rocks. But instead, if you flip that on its head and you actually take the time to think about and write down and align as a company on what are the top priorities and focus on those first and hold yourself accountable and have directly responsible individuals next to each rock, you'll find that everything else just fits. The pebbles fit, all the interruptions fit, and you actually make progress towards your goals.